Okay, today is Thursday, October 10th, and we're kicking things off this week with Mr. BigD Sizemore versus Zeke. And I'm joined by always Little Artist today, and we're going over some NCAA football predictions. We're going to kick things off with the game starting tonight at 7:30 p.m. Rutgers at number 8 Louisville. Who you got, Mr. BigD?
You know, I'm probably take a shocker in this one, go with the Rutgers.
Zeke?
You agree with that, Zeke?
I'm going Louisville.
Oh.
All right, let's just get the record across. If you all are looking for the results, we don't do results for college. We just do the predictions because it's too big of a mess to really do the results for 4 different things because we put a lot of work into this as it is.
Yeah, so if you want to, do that, Mr. Big D's right. If you're pulling for Team Zeke, Team Big D, just draw your own conclusions at who actually does the best predictions. And both of them are really good. They really are. And both of them are basically, especially in high school, every prediction they're within just a couple of games of each other. So They're really nip and tuck. Okay, we'll move on 9 p.m. tonight. San Diego State at Air Force. Who you got, Zeke?
Well, I'm going San Diego State.
San Diego State. You agree with that, Mr. Big D?
Nope. I like Air Force.
Aim high.
Ooh.
Air Force.
10:30, Arizona at USC. Mr. Big D.
Well, this will be a good game. I'm going to take Arizona.
USC fired their coach and they're in shambles, but I'm going to go with Arizona.
Interesting choice.
Okay. We've got Saturday. It's October 12th. No, I'm sorry. It's Friday, October 11th. Temple at Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Zeke.
It's definitely a no-brainer. Temple sucks, so Cincinnati by far.
Do you agree with that, Little Artist?
I'm just here to help you with this thing.
Do you know where Temple is?
No, I do not.
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. I did not know that. I know where Cincinnati is.
Yeah.
Can you spell Cincinnati?
Cincinnati.
That is correct. No, just one T.
Okay.
Cincinnati.
Nice try.
I've been to the zoo there.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay, we'll move on down to the matchups for Saturday, October 12th. We'll kick things off with Mr. Big D with number 25, Missouri, at number 7, Georgia. Who you got, Mr. Big D?
You know what? This is a good matchup in the SEC, but I'm going to have to take Georgia. I think they're the best team in the SEC right now.
Georgia is banged up severely, but they're playing. They're so mentally tough, and I'm going with Georgia too.
You're going with the Bulldogs.
They're really a good team.
You think they're the best team in the SEC, including Alabama?
I do. I don't even think Alabama's in the top 3 in the SEC. I think Kentucky's better than them.
Maybe we'll find out this Saturday.
Okay.
If that's correct.
Yes.
Oklahoma versus Texas. Zeke.
Oklahoma, huge.
Big. Do you agree, Mr. Big D?
Longhorns can't run from a wagon. Sooners would win.
Sooners
Oklahoma.
win. Iowa State at Texas Tech. Mr. Big D.
The Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Texas Tech.
Texas
That's their
Tech.
motto. The guns up. That's what it means.
Is it guns up?
That's what they do in Texas Tech.
Absolutely.
Pow, pow.
Pow, pow, exactly.
That's what they do.
Pittsburgh at Virginia Tech. Zeke.
Hokies.
Hokies.
Ooh.
And Zeke is all going to be talking about is something he's learned recently, and I'm sure a lot of folks out there has learned as well, involving the Hokies later on.
Yes.
Do you agree with that, Mr. Big D?
Yeah, Virginia Tech's a pretty talented team, ranked number 24 in the nation.
That is correct. South Florida at Connecticut. Mr. Big D.
Oh, it's pathetic. I'm going to take Connecticut. They gave the team up north a run for their money. So
Connecticut fired their coach also in mid-season.
Mid-season.
So
Things were going well.
South Florida.
South Florida.
Okay. So you've got a difference of opinion
When
there.
a coach gets fired, I guess it kind of changes the mindset of the players when their coach gets fired.
It would. It would
They
change
have-
the dynamics,
But they have to carry on and play, though, the rest of the season. Like, I still go on, though.
The show must
It
go
does,
on.
It do.
Indiana at Michigan State.
I'm going Michigan State.
Michigan State. Mr. Big D.
Indiana Hoosiers.
You're going with the Hoosiers. Memphis at Houston, Mr. Big D.
Houston.
Houston Solution. Do they have
Houston
Houston?
Cougars. They got us.
Well, but Memphis just is not going to do it, huh, guys?
I wish so.
Eastern Michigan at Army, Mr. Big D.
The Army walking away with the W.
The Army Black Knights.
Army Black Knights. Nebraska at Purdue.
Nebraska, big.
Do you agree with that, Mr. Big D?
I will take the Cornhuskers as well.
Kansas at TCU.
I'm going to take the Horned Frogs in this one.
Oh, you're going to take the Horned Frogs.
I can't give up on them. I predicted them in every game.
Me too.
Oh,
TCU's got a dynasty, man. Of losing.
there's another SEC game. South Carolina at Arkansas.
I like the Gamecocks.
The Gamecocks. Do you agree with that, Mr. Big D?
No, I like the Razorbacks.
No, you're going with the Razorbacks.
I think they're the most talented team offensively in the SEC.
Navy at Duke.
Duke.
Oh, you're going with the Blue Devils. Do you agree with that, Mr. Zeke?
I hate their basketball team. I'm going with Duke.
Okay. That is the first time I've ever heard you say that. You hate Duke basketball?
I do. I don't hate the players. I just hate the
It's just a
basketball.
rivalry.
Yes.
Nothing personal, nothing.
not at all.
Absolutely not. You know, obviously.
True.
You're just, hey, you just don't like Duke as a team.
They got a great coach, and I give them props for that. But
yeah,
No.
nothing offensive.
no,
Nope.
Western Carolina at Auburn. Mr. Big D.
Ah, Lord, you got a SEC jobber and a, I don't even know what the heck Western Carolina is. I'm just going to go with that SEC jobber, you know.
Auburn Tigers. Do you agree with that, Zeke?
yeah, Western Carolina. I'm going with Auburn, but Western Carolina is called the Catamounts, which I don't know what a catamount
That's the
is.
stupidest name.
The Catamount is just basically another name for a cougar.
That's
The
what the
Catamount.
nicknames are, though. But I'm going with Auburn.
Yeah, it's
Man,
just
this gonna be a
it's
long
just
one,
another
dude. We
nickname
ain't
for
even
mountain
on
lion
the first
cougar.
page, you know.
Yeah,
We've got a long way to go.
And a
That
short
is
time to
true.
get there.
Games on Saturday.
Central Michigan at Ohio.
Ohio Bobcats.
Do you agree with that, Mr. Big D?
I'm going to take Ohio. The Big Green.
Buffalo at Western Michigan. Mr. Big D.
I haven't given up on Buffalo yet, man.
You going to hang in there?
They suck, but I mean, I'm going to stick with them.
Okay, do you agree with
May
that,
I,
Zeke?
may I say something before we go on?
Yes, sir.
The pro team in Buffalo is called the Bills.
That's true.
The college team is called the Bulls.
The Buffalo Bulls
College.
and the Bills.
Right, and I'm going with who's Buffalo playing again?
Western Michigan.
Western Michigan.
You're going with Western Michigan.
Ain't that unusual for one city?
It is. Strange coincidence.
Yeah.
Miami of Ohio at Massachusetts.
Miami of Ohio.
Do you agree with that, Zeke?
Massachusetts.
Yes.
He just hates the Ohio thing.
Kent State at Ball State, Zeke.
I'm going with the Ball State Cardinals, the home of alma mater of David Letterman.
Do you agree with that, Mr. Big D?
I'm going to take the Ball State Cardinals.
Okay, you both in agreement. Boston College at Clemson.
Clemson is the best team in the country.
Ranked number 3.
Clemson will win the national championship, and they will have no problem rolling over a jobber like this.
Clemson also.
Another SEC game. Florida at LSU. Zeke.
I'm going with LSU.
Going with the Tigers. Do you agree with that, Big D?
I think it would be stupid to go with Florida in this game because Florida, they suck. I mean, let's be honest.
Tyler.
Baylor at Kansas State.
Baylor by a blowout.
Baylor can put up the points, and I'm going Baylor Bears.
The Baylor Bears. We're moving right along. Northwestern at Wisconsin. Zeke.
Ooh, Northwestern gave Ohio State a good game, but Ohio State pulled away late. But I'm going with the Wisconsin Badgers.
Did you watch that game, Big D?
I was listening to it on the radio. I was in Lexington
Was you worried?
a little bit.
Well, who do you like, Northwestern or Wisconsin?
I like Northwestern.
A difference of opinion. San Jose State at Colorado State. Big D.
Jobbers.
Yeah.
Colorado State. I like Colorado for some reason.
They just legalized cannabis.
What's that?
It's
Weed?
marijuana. Yes. Go
I
ahead
love
there.
Colorado.
San Jose State Spartans.
You're thinking of the hockey team, my
Yeah.
friend.
So
Virginia at Maryland.
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 I have my own list.
Maryland.
Maryland. Syracuse at North Carolina State.
The Orange.
The Orangemen.
Syracuse.
The Wolfpack.
The Wolfpack of North Carolina State.
Whoa.
Troy at Georgia State.
I know nothing about neither one of them. I'm going Troy.
Just not your forte. You agree with that, Mr. Big D?
It's this question. Troy by far.
East Carolina at Tulane.
Tulane.
Zeke.
East Carolina. They beat North Carolina a few weeks ago.
Okay,
At North
different.
Carolina.
Another difference of opinion. New Mexico at Wyoming.
No.
Wyoming.
Wyoming.
The Lobos of New Mexico.
Another difference of opinion. Oregon at number 2. Oregon at number 16. Washington.
If this is shootout, Washington's in trouble. And I'm predicting they're going to have a shootout in Oregon. You can't beat Oregon in a shootout. I'm going the Oregon Ducks.
The Oregon
A
Ducks.
shootout.
A shootout.
Quack.
These Ducks are going to get shot down and ate by the Huskies. Washington rolls in this game in Washington.
That's another state that has just legalized cannabis, by the way.
Wow, now, I'd say this is good. We need to legalize this crap everywhere.
Rice at UTSA.
Rice.
Yes.
Rice Owls.
Okay. Do you agree you're going to take the Owls?
Yeah.
Number 18, Michigan at Penn State. Big D.
I see this man upset. I'm going to take Penn State in this one. It's home of the Nitty Lions, biggest stadium in the country.
And they lost to Indiana this year. Penn State lost to Indiana this year in football. Michigan.
The Nittany Lions. Is that what the...
They lost to Indiana this year, so I'm going for Michigan.
Okay. Did y'all know that actually Lex Luger went to Penn State for a while?
Did not know that.
I just learned that. I read his biography.
Yeah.
Just finished it. Me and Little Artist was discussing it on the way here today, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Akron at Northern Illinois.
Akron.
You agree with that, Zeke?
Northern Illinois.
Northern Illinois. Marshall at Florida Atlantic. Zeke. Marshall. You agree with that, Mr. Big D?
FIU, Florida Atlantic University. Wait, that's FAU, right? Florida Atlantic.
FIU.
Yeah.
Florida Independent.
International.
Stanford at Utah, Mr. Big D.
I'm going to go with Stanford in probably a 70-point game.
70-point game. You agree with that, Zeke?
Did you
Like
just put me down for
Stanford.
Utah?
You like Stanford?
I like Stanford.
I said I wanted Stanford.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wrote that down. I'm sorry. Okay, my bad. Trying to jip you off a thing there. Number 1, Alabama at Kentucky. Zeke.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Ooh. Do you agree? Whoa, well, earlier you was talking about this game, so how...
I don't know if Alabama can show up, man. Alabama's offense is horrible. And, their defense sucks, too. And, honestly, they ain't played a talented team this year. Only the Aggies, and the Aggies just about beat them. And I'm going to tell you this right now, if Kentucky's defense shows up to play, which I'm expecting they will, and if they play like they did in the third and fourth quarter against South Carolina last week, then they'll beat Alabama.
So you're going
I'm
with
going to go with Kentucky Wildcats.
the Kentucky Wildcats. Middle Tennessee at North Texas. Big D.
Middle Tennessee.
Middle Tennessee.
Do you agree with that, Zeke?
No, I'm going North Texas.
Okay. Georgia Tech at Brigham Young. Zeke.
I'm going Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech.
That's a long bus ride from Atlanta to Provo, Utah. Long plane ride.
I doubt that they'll take a bus.
Plane.
Yeah.
Still a long trek, though.
It is. It is.
Plus the altitude.
Get altitude sickness.
That could affect
Hey,
the
you
football
may
game.
crash. We hope they
Play
don't.
the football game. The altitude affects the football game, I guess. You get tired faster, I guess.
Well, Little Artist has flown a lot.
Shush.
That you have. You've flown a whole lot.
Shush.
17 minutes.
Okay. Which one, Big D?
BYU.
BYU.
Mormons, son. Mormons.
Mormons.
At the power of God.
Louisiana
Oh my
Monroe at Texas State. Zeke.
Louisiana Monroe.
I'm going to go with Louisiana Monroe as well, considering Cyclone.
Okay, we'll try to roll on here. Try to get this under 20 minutes. Idaho at Arkansas State. Do you? Well, go ahead, Big D.
Idaho.
Idaho. Zeke.
Arkansas State.
Okay. Bowling Green at Mississippi State. Zeke.
Deep sigh.
Mississippi State.
Big D.
Mississippi State.
UAB at Florida International. Mr. Big D.
FIU, Florida International University.
You agree with that, Zeke?
Yes, I do.
Internet's
Boise State at Utah State. It's not hooked up.
Oh.
Boise State at Utah State. Zeke.
Boise State big.
This is pathetic, but Boise State.
Okay. Hawaii at UNLV. The Running Rebs.
University of Northern Las Vegas.
Hawaii.
It's
Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha State.
That's University of Nevada, Las Vegas, isn't it? I think.
I think it's Northern.
Is it Northern Las Vegas? I
No,
thought
it's UNLV. There's
Yeah.
a Nevada and there's a UNLV in the same city.
So what is UNLV?
University of Nevada, Las Vegas.
Oh, I thought it was Northern Las Vegas.
I remember way back there used to be a powerhouse in basketball
They were.
back in the 90s. Tulsa at UTEP. Zeke,
Tulsa.
you agree with that, Big D?
I'm going to take Tulsa.
Number 9, Texas A&M at Ole Miss. Big D,
Oh, Aggies.
you agree with that, Zeke?
Mansell goes wild this weekend. A&M.
Throw for
A&M.
1,000 yards in the game.
Colorado at Arizona State.
Arizona State Sun Devils.
I'm going to take ASU.
California at number 11, UCLA. Zeke.
University of... God, I can't remember. Yeah, UCLA. Just, God.
UCLA big.
Yeah. University of California.
At Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, that's correct. And at one time, there was a real powerhouse in basketball. Remember?
Yeah.
Well, no, they got
70s and 60s.
12
Absolutely.
championships.
They
Oregon
won.
State at Washington State. Zeke.
I'm going with the Oregon State Beavers.
You agree with that, Big D?
I'm going to take the Oregon State Beavers.
Okay, that wraps it up. Thanks everyone for listening.
So I'll
Please
say so.
leave comments, suggestions. We would appreciate all feedback. Thanks everyone for listening, and goodbye.